guys, it's Frankie. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on this look. It's a really simple, foolproof glam look. It's really great for nights out if you remember what they are. We've been stuck in lockdown for God knows how long now. It's a really reliable look. There's not a lot that can go wrong with it. I actually wore this to my graduation minus the liner, just purely because there was time pressure and I wanted something that was really glam but that I knew wasn't too risky and wasn't going to go wrong. And on that note, let's get started. I'm not going to prime purely because I just recently got the BECCA Ultimate Coverage 24-Hour Foundation. I'm still getting used to it, but I find it goes on a lot better without a primer, so we're not going to use a primer today. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this on my hand, put some on my beauty blender. I'm still not sure how I feel about this foundation. It's definitely nice. It has a nice finish to it, but it's not full coverage at all. I got it just because I've had a few breakouts recently and I wanted something really full coverage, and this just isn't. It's quite buildable, but you're not going to get the coverage that you would get from like Urban Decay All Nighter or the Huda Beauty Full Filter. But it does the job and it is nice. It does have a weird smell. I'm still unsure about it, but I'm going to keep using it and try and see how it goes. But I am going to pop a little bit more on because you can build it up. So you do kind of get there with the coverage in the end, but I don't want to have to wear 2 layers of foundation to get the coverage that it advertises. There are so many foundations where you could just get a really nice full coverage with like 1 to 2 pumps. I don't think this is going to last for very long at all. Okay, so to conceal blemishes, which I have a lot of, thank you quarantine skin, I'm going to use the HD Studio Concealer from NYX in 3.5. I actually found a hack on TikTok which said to pop the top, this little bit here, you can pop that out with a knife so it looks more like this and you get so much more product out of it. Like if you did it, once you feel like you've run out, pop the top off and there's so much more product left on the bottom. It's a bit messy, but you definitely get your money's worth. Oh, I just want clear skin. And then I'm going to go in with the Can't Stop, Won't Stop Concealer in Alabaster and pop that under my eyes. And blend it out. Depending on the concealer you use, it can help to leave it to set for a while before you blend it in. Guess whose camera turned off again? Literally all that was missed was me blending in my concealer, which there's no real trick to. Anyway, contour. So I'm going to use the Huda Beauty Tantour in Light. So I'm going to take some of this on a brush and just start from the end of my brow down my nose. I am using the light version of this, but I think I probably could have done with medium. It looks quite dark in the pan, but then once you blend it out, it goes really quite light. But you can build it up, so I'm not particularly bothered. But if I do buy it again, I probably will just get medium. Also, I did film a video trying to fix my hair because it's so many different colours, but it just didn't turn out well, so I've got no desire to post it. I put like a nice, I used the Bleach London Champagne Super Toner blonde because I thought it was a nice kind of middle ground. I've got some white bits and some dark blonde bits, but it just kind of made the dark blonde even darker. So I'm going to try white toner next. I really should have just left it alone, but my hair used to be blue and I really wanted rid of it. My hairdresser is at the other end of the country and we're stuck in lockdown, so I took matters into my own hands and I regret it. Next, I'm going to go over that with a powder contour. We're doing a kind of glam night out sort of look, so I do want to go quite full on with the base as well, even if it is full glam just for the sofa. I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit in light to medium. This has been my favourite thing. It's so old and so bad, I'm not even going to show you what it looks like. I really need a new one, but there's still product in it, so I'm taking the middle shade. I'm going to have to show you that. I'm going to take the middle shade here to start off with, and just and now we've just sort of set what we did with the cream. I'm gonna just use a bronzer brush and this warmer shade here and just bronze under my cheekbones. Really warm that up. I think that's harsh. Just dust some excess off that. Stop. And just blend that down. Oh my god, it's got in my hair. Let's pretend that didn't happen. Just took it away. Okay, so now I've done that, I'm just going to set my under eye concealer with the light shade here. I was going to bake, but I don't particularly see the need to because I'm not going to have this on for hours. Just set what we did with the concealer. And then for highlighter, I'm going to use the Beauty Bay Jelly Glow highlighters. These are really nice. The only thing is they do dry out fairly quickly, but I did give them a spritz with setting spray the other day and that has helped. So I'm going to use a makeup sponge just to pop them on. I'm going to use Galaxy Glow first, which is a nice pinky colour. Just add a bit of pink shimmer. Put a little bit on my nose. And then I'm gonna switch to Starlight Sparkle, which is a more gold toned colour. And then I'm gonna use the gold colour on my forehead. I always like to highlight my forehead just because I don't have one. It does create the illusion that there's something there. I'm not all eyebrow. And I don't know how to keep it about. Just going back into the contour kit, I'm going to take a fairly small brush and go back in with the bronzer shade. I'm just going to pop a little bit of that under my bottom lip. Obviously make sure it's well blended in, because you literally just want a nice shadow. And what that does is it creates the illusion of a slightly poutier lip because there's obviously a shadow underneath. Just a little trick that, to be fair, a lot of people do it. I've seen a lot of YouTubers use it, so it's nothing particularly new, but it's a good little trick. Now with the base done, I'm going to do my brows, and to do that I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Browers. This is pretty much the only brow product I use. It's been a staple of my collection probably since the first year of uni, which was quite a while ago now. So I'm just going to start by taking the spoolie end and brushing my brows up. This is the shade Chocolate, because my brows are fairly dark. And then I'm just going to start with the tail end. Just gently fill that in with some light strokes. and then just lightly fill in this end. Not gonna lie, I don't do anything particularly game changing with my brows. I already have fairly thick brows, it's just a case of lightly filling them in. Just brush that around, and I will do the other side. Okay, now that we're done with the base, I'm going to start with my eyes. I'm just going to pop a bit of concealer on my eyelids instead of primer. Just a little bit, just because we're not particularly doing anything too bright, so I don't think I need anything fancy. And the palette that we're going to use is the Huda Beauty New News palette. This, although a little pricey, is one of the best investments you'll make. It's so easy to use and all the colours just go really nice together. It's really just foolproof, nice, glam eyeshadow, which is why I'm using it today. So I'm just going to go over the concealer with the shade Bare, just as a base. And then I'm going to start with the shade Secret, which is right here. I'm going to use the 228 Luxe Crease Brush from Zoeva and just start blending that on the crease. Okay, so that's all done. And then I'm gonna go in with, I'm gonna take Raw. I'm gonna use the 225 eye blender from Zoeva and then start to darken that. Blend it in. I think this is such a perfect palette because it is kind of nude shades, it goes with everything, but it's just a bit more glam, a bit more interesting than just sort of browns, I guess. And then just go back with the other brush and the fair shade just to blend that out. Okay, so now I've done that on both sides. I'm gonna take, my neighbour's dog started barking, and when he starts he doesn't stop for about 20 minutes, so now that I've done that, I'm gonna take the 239 Luxe Soft Shader and back in with Bare, the white colour, just to blend out under my brow bone. So now I'm going to do under my eyes with the same colours, I think, just to get a nice smoky effect and bring that down. Okay, I'm going to take this brush from the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette, I think it is, and the kind of flat end of that. Go with Secret, which was the nice transition colour we used at the beginning. Bring that down so you can actually see. And then back in with Raw, the darker colour, and I'm just going to use the same brush I used on the top because it's quite small. Then, just because I don't like harsh lines, I'm going to go back in with that soft shader that I used on my brow bone and just blend that out. Now I'm going to take this shade here, which is Charmed, which again you can see it's one of my most used in this palette. I'm going to spritz it with a little bit of setting spray and just pop that on the outside of my lid. Might get a little, ow, might get a little bit of fallout from the glitters of this, but it does generally just dust off without causing too much damage. Just gonna build that up because I want this to be really... Are you kidding me? Don't start drilling now. I literally live in the worst building possible for this. The walls are so thin. Please stop drilling. So I've got an upstairs neighbour whose dog barks incessantly. I've got a downstairs neighbour with 2 children whose favourite hobbies are jumping up and down and screaming. And next door have just moved in, so doing their DIY.
Like a good neighbour, shut the flip up!
Okay, it seems to have stopped. So I'm just gonna really pack that on to get it nice and shimmery. And then I'm gonna take Crave, which is a slightly lighter, nice gold colour here, and just pop that on the inside. Ooh, yes. So pretty. And just back in with the first colour just to get a nice blend there. Just to neaten that up as well, I'm gonna take the eye blender again. I'm not going to put any more product on, I'm just going to lay that line between the crease and the lid. There we go. Now that that's done on both eyes, I'm going to take the exact same colours again and just mirror that underneath, just so that it ties the whole look together. So with the exact same brushes, and ooh, is it the same brushes? No, for the charm colour I'm going to take this Morphe brush. It doesn't have a number or a name, but it's just really nice for blending under my eye. So I'm going to pop some of Charmed on there and just pop that on. And then I'm just going to take Crave again, but with this brush here, which is the Luxe pencil brush. I know it's probably not the intended use of this brush, but it's really nice to use when I'm doing my inner corner. So I'm going to take that Crave colour and just pop that there. Oh! Yay! It's such a pretty inner corner colour. Okay, so now that I've done that, I'm just going to go back in with the Starlight Sparkle highlighter. I'm going to pop some of that on the shader brush and just highlight my brow bone with it. I'm just going to use this sort of tip of the sponge. I do find that these work a lot better with a sponge than a brush. There we go. So now that we've done that, I'm going to do eyeliner. It's kind of personal preference as to whether you want to leave it as is. I think it's a really nice look without the liner. I normally wear it without eyeliner, but I'm forcing myself to do it because I never ever wear liquid liner. I'm not very good at using liquid liner, I'll be honest. But that's purely because growing up I never thought I suited eyeliner, so I never bothered learning to use it. And now I'm like, it's a pretty basic skill that I should have, so I'm forcing myself, pushing myself out of my comfort zone, and I'm going to give it a go. So I'm going to use the NYX Epic Ink Liner, and to do this I'm going to start with the wing. They're fairly even. And then I'm going to trace the top of my eye. And now that I've done that, I'm just going to connect these two together at the end. Like so. I'm going to attempt to do that on the other eye and make them even. Okay, so I did the other eye. By the time I'd evened them out the best I could, I ended up with a much bigger wing than I intended. So I'm going to bring that down anyway and see what we end up with. Just going to bring this down, but only sort of to the middle of my eye. I'm going to use a pencil liner on my waterline as well. I'm not going to use black, I'm going to use this, which is a NYX Faux Blacks eyeliner in the shade Oxblood, which is a nice dark red. I think this will just soften it up a little bit. Very aware that the wing seems to go on longer than the eyeshadow. Okay, I'm just going to grab the crease brush and just try and extend the eyeshadow to reach where the wing does. Yeah, that's much better. So now it's time for mascara. I'm gonna take the NYX on the Rise and just coat my lashes. Now I'm gonna pop some lashes on. Now, I'm not entirely sure which lashes these are, but they're just some eyeliner ones. They're quite fluttery. And now we're going to do lips. So I'm going to pop a little bit of lip balm on, just because my lips are really dry. I'm just using my knuckle because my nails are quite long now. And then I'm going to use the NYX Lingerie Push-Up lipstick. This is kind of like a liner and a lipstick all in one. Like, I find that I don't need to line my lips all with it. It really does plump them up quite nicely. But it's just, I just have to be really careful of overlining because my lips are quite big anyway. So if I put this on and overline, I look ridiculous. Another reason I put lip gloss on under this is because it dries really matte and like almost too matte. So the gloss just makes it really shiny. It'll dry down nicely. And there we have it, that is the finished makeup look. I cannot believe I spent my entire adult life avoiding liquid eyeliner because I didn't suit it. When I look this good, I love it. My life has just been changed. Obviously the length of the wing or if you use eyeliner at all is completely up to you. Take this however you like. I just thought it would be fun to do kind of a basic foolproof glam look. So if you did make it this far and you haven't already, please do like and subscribe. And of course, if you have any suggestions, let me know. I'm always open to trying different looks. But that is it for today, and I will hopefully see you next time. Bye.